Hey, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and anyone who's ever picked up a penny off the ground hoping it might be worth more than 1 cent. Have you ever looked at a regular old penny and thought, this thing is probably worthless? Well, think again. Because today, we're talking about a coin that could change your life, the 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny, currently valued at a mind-blowing $1.1 million. A penny that most people wouldn't even glance at could make you a millionaire. Imagine paying for your coffee with a single penny and realizing you just tipped the barista a house down payment. So, how do you know if you have this rare penny? What makes it so special? And, most importantly, where can you find one? Stick around, because we're diving deep into the fascinating world of coin collecting with a mix of history, expert tips, and, of course, a little humor to keep things interesting. Why does this penny have no mint mark, and why does that even matter? Well, most pennies have a tiny letter under the date indicating where they were minted. For example, D stands for Denver, and S means San Francisco. But if your 1972 penny has no letter, it means it was minted in Philadelphia, and that's where things get interesting. Back in 1972, the Philadelphia Mint accidentally produced a rare double-die penny, a mistake where the design was imprinted twice, creating a noticeable shadow effect. This isn't your average run-of-the-mill error, it's a collector's dream. The doubling can be seen in Lincoln's face, the word liberty, and the date 1972. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, a factory mistake made this coin valuable? Absolutely. In the coin world, errors are like limited edition sneakers. The rarer they are, the higher the price. Alright, let's talk money. Because let's be honest, that's why we're all here. A 1972 no-mint Mark double-die Lincoln penny in pristine condition can sell for as much as $1.1 million. Even if it's not in perfect shape, lower-grade versions can still fetch thousands of dollars. A tiny, copper coin sitting in your piggy bank could be worth more than a brand-new Ferrari. Talk about an upgrade, you might be wondering, okay, but where do I even find one of these? Well, the good news is they're still out there. Here's where you should check. If you're like me, you probably have a random jar full of pennies that you swear you'll take to the bank someday. Time to start digging. A lot of collectors hunt through rolls of pennies from the bank. You never know what might be hiding in there. Sometimes, people unknowingly sell off valuable coins in old collections. You might just score big. No joke, grandmas have the best coin collections. Mine once gave me a penny from the 1940s, and while it wasn't worth much, it made me realize that treasure can be hiding anywhere. Speaking of which, let me tell you a quick personal story. A couple of years ago, I was helping my uncle clean out his attic. He had boxes full of old coins he'd forgotten about. We started going through them, and, no joke, we found a 1972 penny with doubling on the date. My heart was racing. I thought, this is it. I'm rich. Turns out, it was a lesser-known variety, not the million-dollar one, but it was still worth a few $100. Not bad for a day's work, right? So, you found a 1972 penny with no mint mark. Now what? Here's a quick checklist to see if you hit the jackpot. Look closely at the date, Liberty, and In God We Trust. If the letters look blurry or doubled, you might have something valuable. Some errors are hard to spot with the naked eye, so get yourself a cheap magnifier. Websites like eBay and PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, can help you compare prices. If you think you have the real deal, send it to a professional coin grading service. They can authenticate it and tell you its true value. With valuable coins come scammers trying to pass off fakes. If someone offers you a 1972 double-die penny for way below market price, be suspicious. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. That pennies aren't always just pennies. Sometimes, they're million-dollar treasures hiding in plain sight. The 1972 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a perfect example of why you should always check your change before tossing it in the coin jar. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go check your pockets, piggy banks, and that weird junk drawer in your kitchen. Who knows? You might just find the next million-dollar penny, and if you love learning about coins worth money and how to spot rare and valuable treasures, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post weekly videos on hidden coin gems, collecting tips, and the best ways to turn pocket change into serious cash. Also, if you've ever found a valuable coin before, drop a comment below and tell me about it. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey, what's up, coin hunters? Imagine this: you're digging through your spare change, maybe paying for a coffee, and you hand over a penny, but wait. That one little coin could have been worth $1.2 million. Yep, you heard me right. A simple, everyday 2021 D Lincoln penny could be hiding a jaw-dropping fortune. That's way too new to be worth anything. But trust me, this story is going to blow your mind. Stick around because today, we're diving deep into how this unassuming penny became a modern treasure, what makes it special, and how you can check if you have one. And hey, if you love money, because who doesn't, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on more crazy coin finds, the crazy story behind the 2021 D penny. So, let me tell you something funny. A while back, I was at a gas station, and the guy in front of me dropped some change. Being the self-proclaimed coin detective that I am, I helped him pick it up. And what do I see? A shiny 2021 D penny. I jokingly said, "Man, that could be worth $1 million one day." Little did I know, I was actually onto something. One of these pennies just sold for $1.2 million. Imagine that, someone out there is cashing in on something we've all probably overlooked 100 times. So, why is this little copper-colored coin suddenly making millionaires? It's all about rare errors and unique features. Let's break it down. Some 2021 D pennies have a striking mistake where parts of the design appear doubled. If Lincoln's face looks a little ghostly or the lettering seems blurry, you might have a winner. Ever seen a coin where the design looks off to one side? Some 2021 D pennies were minted with a serious alignment issue, and collectors love these oddities. Some of these pennies were mistakenly struck on the wrong type of metal, making them extra rare. That if you have one of these error pennies in perfect condition, meaning no scratches, no dings, and just a flawless look, you could be sitting on a goldmine. Alright, time to get out your coin jars and start searching. Here's what you need to do: look for the D mint mark under the date. If it doesn't have a D, it's from a different mint, so keep looking. Check Lincoln's face, the words Liberty and In God We Trust for doubling. A magnifying glass or a coin loop will help. Is it struck perfectly, or does it look misaligned? Off-center errors can add serious value. Some error pennies were made with the wrong metal and weigh differently than a normal penny, which should be about 2.5 grams. If you find one with a major error, get it graded by a professional coin grading service. A top-tier grade can mean the difference between a few $100s and $1 million payday. Here's the thing: modern coins usually take decades to gain value, but rare errors can skyrocket in price overnight. Coin collectors and investors are always hunting for the next big find, and with so few of these error pennies out there, the demand is through the roof. Think about it, there are billions of pennies, but only a handful with these mistakes. It's like winning the lottery of pocket change. Never underestimate your change. The next time you get a 2021 D Lincoln penny, take a second look. Because what seems like just another penny could be your ticket to an early retirement. So, do you have any cool coin finds? Have you ever spotted a rare penny in your change? Let me know in the comments, and if you love this kind of stuff, valuable coins, rare finds, and ways to make money from your pocket change, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Hey there, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and curious minds. Imagine this: you're digging through your pocket change, totally expecting nothing special, when bam! You find a penny that could literally change your life. I'm talking about a 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny worth, get this, $1.3 million. Yep, you heard that right. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in your house, stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly what makes this coin so special, how you can spot one, and why something as ordinary as a penny could be worth more than a brand new sports car. Plus, I'll share a funny little story about the time I almost threw away a valuable coin without even realizing it. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at spare change the same way again. Alright, let's get into it. Normally, pennies have a little letter under the date that tells you where they were made: D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and P, or nothing, for Philadelphia. But in 1988, something weird happened. Some pennies were made without that mint mark, and that tiny little detail turned them into gold mines. These no mint mark pennies weren't supposed to exist, making them incredibly rare. This means the dies, the stamps that press the coin's design, weren't updated properly, leading to a special mix of features that serious collectors go crazy for. When something shouldn't exist, but it does, collectors will pay big bucks to own it. Only a handful of these pennies are known to exist. That's why they command such a jaw-dropping price. Okay, so now you're probably eyeing your change jar like a hawk. Here's what to look for if there's a D or S there. Sorry, not the one. Close AM design. Flip it over and look at the word America. If the A and M are almost touching, that's a sign you have something special. Yeah, this one's weird, but collectors love to see extra detail and honest Abe's there for authentication. Now, if you think you found one, don't go spending it on a vending machine snack just yet. Get it checked by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified high-grade version is where the big money is at. Speaking of checking your coins, let me tell you a little story. A few years ago, I was clearing out my old piggy bank, the one you fill up over the years but never actually bother counting. I had this huge pile of pennies, and I was just about to dump them into one of those coin machines at the grocery store. Maybe fate, I decided to take a quick glance. That's when I noticed a really weird penny. It looked normal, but something was off. I pulled out my phone, did a quick search. I realized it was a rare 1972 double-die penny worth hundreds of dollars. Not $1 million find, but way better than the 1-cent credit I was about to get from that machine, because you never know when you might be holding something worth life-changing money. The 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be worth $1.3 million, so start digging through your loose change. Look for no-mint mark, a close AM, and crisp details. These could be signs of a jackpot. Don't be like me and almost throw away. Always check before you cash in your pennies. Now, if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because I've got tons more tips on valuable coins, hidden treasures, and strategies to turn pocket change into serious cash. Also, drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're about to start checking your pennies right now. Hey there, coin lovers. Have you ever found a penny in your pocket and thought, this thing is basically worthless? Well, guess what? You might want to rethink that, because some pennies are worth more than your car, your house, and maybe even your entire retirement fund. Today, we're talking about a humble little coin, the 1995 D Lincoln penny. Yep, the same kind you've probably seen thousands of times. But here's the kicker, one of these bad boys is worth a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's not a typo. $1.4 million. Now, before you start emptying your piggy bank and flipping over every couch cushion, let's break down exactly why this coin is worth so much, how you can spot one, and the crazy mistakes that could make an everyday penny a millionaire's dream. Oh, and stick around to the end because I've got a personal story about how I almost threw away a rare coin without even realizing it. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Alright, let's start with the big question: why on earth would a penny from 1995 be worth over $1 million? Did Abraham Lincoln himself bless it? Was it found in a treasure chest? Nope. The answer is rarity and minting errors. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies that year. So, on the surface, the 1995 D seems as common as finding a parking ticket on your windshield. But every so often, the US Mint makes a mistake. And when they do, collectors go wild. Some 1995 D pennies have doubled die obverse errors, which means Lincoln's face or the lettering appears slightly doubled. These are insanely valuable, struck on the wrong planchet. Some were accidentally struck on pre-1982 copper planchets, which means they have way more copper content than usual. A regular 1995 D penny in circulation is worth 1 cent. But one in near-perfect condition, graded at MS69 or higher, is worth serious money. So, now that I've got your curiosity piqued, you're probably wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these rare pennies? Look at Liberty and In God We Trust under a magnifying glass. If the letters look slightly doubled, you might have a winner. If you have a pre-1982 copper planchet error, the penny will weigh 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams. If your penny looks like it just rolled off the press yesterday, with a deep shine and no scratches, get it graded ASAP. The rarest MS69 specimen, with a rare planchet error? That's the $1.4 million jackpot. Now, don't go quitting your job just yet, but if you happen to find one of these in a coin roll, you might just want to frame it instead of spending it on gas station snacks. The time I almost threw away a rare coin. Alright, story time. A few years back, I was going through some loose change before heading to the store. I had a few pennies, nothing special, and almost dumped them in the take a penny, leave a penny tray at the counter. It looked a little shinier than the rest. Turns out, it was a 1955, not quite a 1995 D, but still worth a couple of $1,000. I almost gave it away for nothing. Imagine if someone had walked away with that and spent it on a pack of gum. Always check your change. Because you never know when a single penny could be worth more than a used car. Don't underestimate your spare change. That old penny in your couch cushions could be your golden ticket. The 1995 D Lincoln penny could be a millionaire maker if it has the right minting mistakes. Even if you don't find the $1.4 million penny, you might still score a valuable coin worth a few grand. And now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare coin? Or do you have an old stash of pennies you're about to dig through? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on another valuable coin tip. Who knows? The next video might just help you discover another $1 million coin hiding in plain sight. Hey everyone! Imagine this: you're digging around in your couch cushions, searching for some spare change, and you pull out a penny. Just a regular old penny, right? But what if I told you that penny could be worth $1.50 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A 2002 D Lincoln penny, something you probably wouldn't look twice at, is now one of the most sought-after coins in the collector's world. And now, before you go flipping over every penny in your house, stick around because I'm going to break down exactly what makes this coin so valuable, how you can identify one, and of course, how you might just hit the jackpot with one of these rare finds. Plus, I'll share a little story about how I almost threw away a coin that could have changed my life. So, grab a cup of coffee, get comfy, and let's dive into the fascinating world of valuable pennies. Alright, let's get straight into it. The 2002 D Lincoln penny wasn't exactly a limited edition. The Denver Mint cranked out millions of these little copper-plated zinc coins. So why would one sell for $1.50 million? Well, it all comes down to rare errors and unique characteristics that make some of these pennies stand out. Here are the top reasons why a 2002 D penny could be worth a fortune. Some 2002 D pennies were struck with a doubled die, meaning the design is slightly duplicated. Others have off-center strikes, die cracks, or even the wrong planchet, which is the blank metal disc before it becomes a coin. Coin collectors, or numismatists if you want to sound fancy, pay top dollar for coins in pristine condition. If a penny has been chilling in someone's piggy bank, untouched for years, it could be worth a fortune. A few of these pennies have shown up with a copper planchet instead of zinc, making them incredibly valuable. Imagine finding a penny and realizing it's like finding a winning lottery ticket. It's happened to people before, and it can definitely happen again. How to spot a rare 2002 D Lincoln penny now? I know what you're thinking, okay, but how do I know if my penny is worth $1.5 million? Great question. Here's what you need to look for. The D below the year means it was made in Denver. That's the first step. Use a magnifying glass, or even your phone's zoom feature, to inspect for any doubling on the letters, numbers, or Lincoln's face. A normal 2002 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's heavier, congratulations, you might be holding one of the ultra-rare copper variants. The shinier, the better. Coins with little to no wear are the ones that sell for big bucks, and if you're still unsure, you can always take your coin to a local coin shop or send it to PCGS or NGC, the top coin grading services, to get it authenticated. Okay, so let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I found a handful of pennies in my car's cup holder. You know, that spot where you just toss spare change and forget about it? I looked at them, saw a few from the early 2000s, and just casually spent them at a gas station. Fast forward to a few months later, I was watching a coin auction, and someone sold a 2002 D Lincoln penny for over $1 million. My heart sank. I immediately thought back to those pennies I had spent on a pack of gum and a soda. I'll never know. But trust me, since then, I checked every penny I come across, and you should too. Alright, so let's say you're lucky enough to find a rare 2002 D penny. Here's what you do next. Scrubbing your penny could ruin its value. Even a little bit of cleaning can drop the price significantly. Put it in a coin holder or a soft cloth to prevent scratches. Send it to PCGS or NGC to verify its authenticity and determine its true value. Major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauers specialize in rare coins. You could walk away a millionaire. Never underestimate a penny. The next time you're about to toss one aside, take a second and check it, because you never know. Now, if you found this video helpful, or at least entertaining, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, hidden treasures, and how to turn spare change into serious cash. And if you've ever found a rare coin before, or even think you might have one, drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey, what's up, coin hunters? Imagine this: You're digging through your pocket change, looking for a few cents to cover your coffee, and bam, you've just casually tossed away a $1.6 million penny. Yeah, you heard that right. One little 2016 Lincoln penny, no mint mark, worth a life-changing fortune. That's way too new to be worth anything. Well, my friend, prepare to be mind-blown. Today, we're diving into the crazy world of rare pennies, why this 2016 Lincoln cent is selling for big bucks, and how you might have one just sitting in a jar at home. So, before you spend that loose change, stick around, you might be richer than you think, alright, so let's talk about what makes this penny worth more than some people's houses. The 2016 Lincoln cent without a mint mark might seem ordinary, but a few rare errors and variations have turned it into a collector's dream. Some of these pennies were struck with major minting mistakes, double dies, off-center strikes, and even transitional planchet errors. That's fancy coin talk for someone at the mint messed up, and now that mistake is worth a fortune. The US Mint struck billions of 2016 pennies, but only a handful of these rare error coins made it into circulation. And when collectors find one, they're willing to drop big money to own it. Now, let me tell you a true story that'll make you want to check your coins immediately. A buddy of mine, let's call him Jake, had a habit of throwing all his pennies into an old coffee can. One day, he was about to cash them in at a coin machine, but something told him to check a few first. Guess what? He had a 2016 no mint mark penny with a major die error. He took it to an expert, got it graded, and boom, $1.6 million. He was seconds away from dumping that treasure into a machine that would have given him a measly 1 cent for it. That's like trading a Ferrari for a bicycle. So, moral of the story? Always check your change, so now you're probably itching to go through every penny you own, right? Here's what to look for. These pennies were minted in Philadelphia, and Philly coins typically don't have a mint mark. Look for double die outbursts, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. These mistakes significantly increase value. High-grade condition, coins in mint state, meaning little to no wear, are worth the most. A graded MS67 or higher 2016 penny is where the real money is. First, get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. That little certification can be the difference between selling it for $50 and getting the full $1.60 million. Then, list it on auction sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, or even take it to a coin show. Serious collectors will pay top dollar for rare error pennies, and you don't want to let yours go for less than it's worth. Now, if you don't find a 2016 no mint mark penny, don't lose hope. There are plenty of other modern pennies worth crazy money, like the 1992 close AM penny or the 1983 double die reverse penny. The key is to always check your change, because you never know when $1 million coin is hiding in plain sight. Alright, coin lovers, that's a wrap on today's episode. Who knew that a simple 2016 penny could be worth $1.6 million? Just goes to show, you should never underestimate the value of loose change. Smash the like button if you learned something new today. And if you want more tips on finding rare coins, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on the next $1 million coin discovery. So, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Drop a comment below. I love hearing your stories. Hey, coin hunters! Have you ever had a penny in your pocket that could change your life? Well, today, I'm going to tell you about a 1978 D Lincoln penny that's worth a jaw-dropping $1.7 million. Yep, you heard that right. A tiny, everyday penny could be hiding in your change, just waiting to make you rich. Now, before you start digging through your couch cushions, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was at a flea market, casually browsing some old coins. This guy had a little plastic container full of pennies, nothing fancy, just regular old cents. He told me, take your pick. I just want to get rid of them. I grabbed a handful, paid $1, and went home. A few days later, I was sorting through them and found one that looked different. It was a 1978 D Lincoln penny, and something about it made me pause. Turns out, I had almost tossed away something incredibly valuable. That's when I realized how insanely profitable coin collecting can be if you know what to look for. So, in today's video, I'm going to break it all down for you. What makes the 1978 D penny so valuable? How can you tell if you have one? And most importantly, how can you cash in on this hidden fortune? Let's get into it. Now, I know what you're thinking. It's just a penny. How can it be worth that much? Well, my friends, the world of rare coins is full of surprises. The 1978 D penny is valuable because of a rare minting error that makes it extremely rare. Back in the 70s, the US Mint was churning out billions of pennies. But once in a while, a mistake slips through, and that's when things get interesting. A double die obverse, which means Lincoln's face is slightly doubled, a misaligned mint mark, the D is slightly off-center, a wrong metal composition, some were mistakenly struck on silver planchets instead of copper. These tiny errors make the coin one of a kind, and collectors will pay top dollar to get their hands on one. Alright, so how do you know if you have one of these $1,000,000 pennies? Let's do a quick checklist. Find the D mint mark below the date. If it's tilted, larger than usual, or slightly misplaced, you might be onto something. Grab a magnifying glass and look at Lincoln's face, especially his chin, nose, and the letters in Liberty. If you see a slight shadow effect, you might have a double die error. A normal 1978 penny weighs 3.11 grams, copper. But if yours weighs closer to 2.5 grams, it could be a mistake struck on a dime planchet. If it weighs more, you might have a rare silver penny. Now, here's the exciting part. If you find one of these rare pennies, who's paying $1.7 million for it, well, serious collectors and auction houses are always on the lookout. In recent auctions, high-grade 1978 D pennies have sold for six figures, and in some cases, up to $1.7 million for the rarest errors. If your coin is in mint condition, MS67 or higher, you're looking at some serious cash. Even if your 1978 D penny isn't worth millions, a minor error could still get you $5,000 to $10,000. Not bad for a coin you found in your piggy bank, right? So, you think you have a valuable 1978 D penny? What now? Here's what you should do. Send your coin to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. This step is crucial because serious buyers want proof of authenticity. Auction sites like Heritage Auctions, eBay, and Great Collections are great places to sell. Reputable dealers will give you a fair estimate. But watch out for scams. Some people will try to lowball you. Don't worry, coin collecting is a game of patience and luck. If you don't have a rare penny yet, keep searching. Check your pocket change, ask relatives for old coin jars, and visit coin shops or estate sales. Also, keep an eye out for other valuable pennies, like the 1943 copper penny, worth over $1 million, or the 1969 S double die penny, worth up to $100,000. Alright, coin enthusiasts, that's the story of the 1978 D Lincoln penny worth $1.7 million. Who knew something so small could be so valuable? If you're a collector, keep checking your change. And if you're just getting started, now's the perfect time to jump in. Now, I've got a challenge for you. Go check your pennies right now. You never know, you might be holding a hidden fortune in your hands. And hey, if you found this video helpful, smash the like button and subscribe for more coin hunting tips. I drop new videos every week on valuable coins, rare finds, and money-making strategies. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Alright, folks, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at your pocket change? I mean, really looked? You might think pennies are just annoying little coins that pile up in your car's cup holder, but what if I told you one of those pennies, just one, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.80 million? Yeah, you heard that right. Today, we're talking about the 1988 D Lincoln penny, a coin so rare and valuable that it could buy you a house, a luxury car, and still leave you with enough cash for a dream vacation. So, grab your jar of pennies because by the end of this video, you'll be checking every single one. And trust me, you're gonna want to. Alright, let's break this down. The 1988 D penny is special because of a very rare minting error. You see, not all pennies are created equal, some have minor mistakes that collectors go absolutely nuts over. And in this case, there's a little detail that makes all the difference. One of the biggest reasons this penny is worth so much is the transition error between the 1988 and 1989 dies. The US Mint made a small but significant change in how they engraved the letters on the coin, particularly the design of the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial. Some 1988 pennies were accidentally stamped using the 1989 design, making them ultra-rare weight, so a tiny engraving mistake is worth nearly $2 million? Yup. It's kind of like when a company releases a limited edition sneaker, but they accidentally put the logo upside down. Suddenly, that mistake turns into a collector's dream. So, how do you know if you have one of these goldmine pennies sitting in your change? Here's what you need to check. First, make sure you have a 1988 penny with a little d under the year. That means it was minted in Denver. Flip the penny over and look at the bottom right corner of the Lincoln Memorial. If the initials FG, for Frank Gasparo, the designer, appear in a style that matches the 1989 penny, bingo! You might just be rich. The better shape your penny is in, the more valuable it is. If yours looks like it was run over by a lawnmower, it might still be worth something, but probably not millions. People have actually sold these for insane money. Okay, now let's talk numbers. Because nothing gets people excited like cold, hard cash. A high-grade 1988 D penny with this error has sold for as much as $1.8 million at auction. Even lower-grade versions can fetch thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a single penny and realizing it could wipe out your student loans, pay off your mortgage, or let you retire early. That's the kind of wild reality some lucky collectors have faced. And now, let me tell you a quick personal story. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my junk drawer, that mysterious drawer in every house where you keep random stuff like old receipts, dead batteries, and about 100 pennies. Well, I was about to dump a handful of pennies into a coin machine when something made me stop. I remembered reading about rare pennies, so I decided to check them. Lo and behold, I found a 1988 D penny. My heart started racing. Could it be the one? I quickly grabbed a magnifying glass and checked the FG initials. Unfortunately, mine wasn't the rare variety. But for a brief moment, I thought I had struck gold, because you never know, you might be sitting on a fortune and not even realize it. So, let's say you find one. What next? Do you just walk into a bank and say, "Hey, can I get $1.8 million for this?" Nope. Here's what you need to do: have a professional coin grader check it out. They'll confirm if it's the real deal. A certified, graded coin holds way more value at auctions. Auctions like heritage auctions or big coin dealers can help you get the best price. Whatever you do, don't take it to a random pawn shop. They'll probably offer you $5, and you'll walk away not knowing you just lost a fortune. Alright, let's wrap this up. The 1988 D Lincoln penny might just be one of the most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. If you have loose change sitting around, now is the time to check it. You could be holding a tiny copper coin that's worth more than a Ferrari, and if you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button. I'll be dropping more tips on valuable coins, rare finds, and how you can make money from everyday items. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that could turn your spare change into a small fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the most surprising modern pennies that could be hiding in your collection, the 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial penny. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, it's just a penny, let me tell you, some of these bad boys are selling for as much as $1.60 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny. A coin you might have walked past on the sidewalk or even thrown into a fountain for good luck could actually be the luckiest penny of all. So, grab your coin jar, sit back, and let's find out if you're sitting on a potential goldmine. Let's rewind a bit. The year 2009 marked the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln penny itself. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint released 4 different designs on the reverse of the penny, each representing a different phase of Lincoln's life, representing Lincoln's humble beginnings in Kentucky, symbolizing his early years in Indiana, showcasing his time as a young politician, representing his time leading the nation. Now, while millions of these pennies were made, there are a few rare errors and special varieties that make certain ones worth a life-changing amount of money. Alright, let's get into the juicy part. What makes some of these 2009 pennies so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a few key factors. Some of the most valuable 2009 Lincoln pennies have dramatic mint errors, like where parts of the design look duplicated because the coin was struck incorrectly. If Lincoln's face looks like it's trying to escape the coin, you might have a winner. Sometimes the US Mint accidentally forgets to include important details, and collectors love that. The most valuable 2009 Lincoln Bicentennial pennies tend to come from special proof sets or rare variations from the San Francisco S Mint or Denver D Mint. Some error coins from the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, have also fetched crazy prices. Collectors and investors go nuts for pennies that look like they just left the mint yesterday. A MS 67 or higher graded 2009 Lincoln penny can sell for thousands. But if you get an MS 70, perfect condition, with a rare error, boom! You're looking at a $1.6 million payday. Okay, let me tell you a quick story about how I almost had one of these rare 2009 Lincoln pennies, but totally messed it up. A few years ago, I found a shiny 2009 Lincoln penny while cleaning out my car. I remember thinking, this looks cool, and instead of putting it in my collection, I did something unforgivable. I used it to scratch a lottery ticket. Yep. I used a potential $1 million coin to win absolutely nothing. Offs, gum machines, or, heaven forbid, take a penny, leave a penny tray. You never know what you have until it's too late, alright? So how can you check if you have one of these rare 2009 Lincoln bicentennial pennies? Follow these steps. Identify which of the 4 designs you have. If you see an S, D, or no mint mark, you could be in luck. Grab a magnifying glass and look for doubling, missing letters, or an off-center strike. If your penny is clean, shiny, and in great shape, consider getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Look at recent sales on eBay, heritage auctions, or Stacksbowers to compare your coin with others that have sold for big bucks. The 2009 Lincoln bicentennial penny might just be one of the most valuable modern coins out there, and you might have one hiding in plain sight. Before you spend another penny without checking, take a second to see if you've got a rare one. And if you do, don't scratch lottery tickets with it. Trust me on this one. Not if you found this video helpful, or just mildly entertaining, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on finding valuable coins in your pocket change. I'll be sharing more secrets about coins worth money, collecting strategies, and how to spot rare gems before they slip through your fingers. And hey, if you've ever found a valuable coin or made a coin collecting mistake like I did, drop your story in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy hunting!